come true when I staying on the stage with Björk or something, because I always dream about touring. Yeah.
Maybe we all
by
are.
myself or with something. It's dream come true.
Today is the last day of tour, and I do feel very mushy because I'm a mushy person. You know, this is the end of a year with a group of people that I didn't know and don't necessarily have much in common with. So it's kind of strange that it's been so community-like, that everybody sort of helps each other and pulls together, and that there aren't like horrible fights or like tantrums, or it just seems like really utopian. I mean, in a weird way, it kind of lives up to what Björk said she was trying to create when she approached us about doing the tours, that she wanted to make a utopia, and I think pretty much she succeeded. So I'll be sad to leave it.
I've never done it before. I imagine it can be really, really unpleasant. So this is a weird, like, measuring stick, you know, for the first time to do it. Like, yeah, I can certainly imagine it being much, much worse. I mean, can I imagine it being much, much better?
Well, we didn't have time to expect anything because Björk came to Greenland in June, and we all have works, schools, education, whatever. And she came in June, and it was summer holidays, and after that we were supposed to go back to our works or schools or whatever. And suddenly we were picked, and suddenly we were to go, and you can never say no to this opportunity to go and see the world work and just sing, you know. That's like a fairy tale. Yeah, it was like a fairy tale the first 1.5 months. Then you realize that, okay, this is life, this is my job, and I have to do it good.
Yeah, I really appreciate being here, and I'm still really like, oh, this is so amazing, and everything is so amazing, and the new cities everywhere, new town, new everything new. I'm settled that it is my work, but also it is like fairy tale. Yeah.
I think overall the atmosphere on tours, the mood, it really depends on the project you're doing and obviously the group of people that are with you. I'm very lucky because half of the people I toured with, more the technical side and the roadies and the organizational, they've always been the same people since I'm 18 or something. The other half, which is usually the musicians, they have changed, and sort of depending on them, and also because where I am, every tour has been completely different. There's been tour that's been completely crazy, where everybody has had a nervous breakdown and everybody has fallen in love with everybody and split up and fallen in love again with other people, and it's been a complete soap opera. There's been other tours where everything was completely utopian and very, very happy, and everybody having out-of-body experiences and everybody coming out of the closets one way or another. I mean, touring is great. It can have a very strong effect on people, especially when they've been living in the same place for a long, long time and suddenly they tour the world, and it sort of becomes like a very explosive thing for their lives. They have to they see the rest of their life from another point of view, and they have to like tidy up, and they get into this kind of state of kind of urgency and kind of, and it can be a real excitement. I think Vespertine tour for me compared to the other ones was a very peaceful one. It was a very calm one, and maybe, I don't know, maybe without realizing it, I chose, because of the music, those kind of people that were very self-sufficient, very happy. There was no conflict on this tour, and so which sort of made it special, and it sort of suited in a way the venues and the music we were playing, and sort of a lot of quite intellectual conversations on the buses and sort of train spotting, CD playing, and sort of hot cocoa drinking and Ludo playing, you know, which is, I have to say, the first tour I had, which is like that, but it was excellent.
It is really this sort of like higher echelon of stuff where they drive you to the venue, and you know, every night you stay in a nice hotel, and the bus has a bunk with a TV set in it. You know, everyone has their own television. It's really...
You get accustomed to luxuries that you never knew you needed, and then suddenly you're...
Well, you did.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, a utopia, it has been a utopia in the pleasurable senses. But a utopia is also, I mean, literally the root of the word in Greek means no place. It means nowhere. And I think there is sometimes, when you're touring with this kind of comfort, a leveling down of place, so that, you know, I mean, once Martin's phone rang in Toronto and he didn't know where he was. He was asked,
well,
where are you?
It's a cliche. I mean,
You know.
but I mean, it did literally happen at one point where I was like, I'm in North America, you know, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, that's about the hardest thing about it is like, I mean, seriously, you know, after doing this for like, how long have we been doing it? Like 5 months, 4 months? I mean, it's a really long time to be floating, like even if it's comfortable, which, you know, I have no complaints in that respect, but yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing to do. And it grinds on you. It's sort of like, instead of being sanded by sandpaper, it's like you've been buffed by soft feathers for a really long time. And after a while, you're like, oh, the soft feathers already.